Okay, so perfection. Perfection is the state that is free from flaws and defects, completely faultless. Perfection is unattainable. We as humans can never achieve true perfection. Yet we are still susceptible to falling prey to this concept. Perfect friends, perfect grades, perfect life. Healthy perfectionists are motivated to be themselves, to be the best version they could be. They bounce back when they fall, and they try again to reach for the goal. And most importantly, they are able to forget and forgive their mistakes. Unhealthy perfectionists, on the other hand, cannot do that. They set extremely high standards for themselves, and when they fail to reach that standards, they beat themselves up for it. My experience with perfectionism has been going on ever since I can remember, but two moments in particular stands out. The first one was when I was in kindergarten. I was absent from school for 1 or 2 days. When I went back to school, it was a normal day. My teacher was doing the attendance, and she asked us if anybody is absent. And that moment, I realized that I didn't understand one of the words. And ironically, that word was absent. I remember so clearly that when I realized I didn't understand one of the words, I blanked out. All I could think of was that I needed to study harder, or else I would be left behind, and that I would be a disappointment. I was a child. I was 4 when this happened to me. And the sad thing is that it wasn't other people that made me this way. It was me. It was the person that reflected back to me every time I look into the mirror. So tell me, how do I escape that? How do I run away from myself? The answer is simple. I can't. The second situation was back in middle school. My English teacher gave us a quiz. It was 100 questions long, and it wasn't counting towards my grade. My teacher wasn't pressuring me or any of us to do good on this test. I didn't think anything of it while doing the test. I was so focused on it. But when I handed in that paper, when that paper left my hand, all I could think of were numbers. 80. 80 is a decent score, right? If you get that, then you'll be happy. But 90, it is still possible. It's just a little bit more, but you'll be much happier. But 95, again, just a little bit more, but that will be great. If you get 95 or maybe more, then you will be much, much happier. 98. Now that would be an incredible score, right? Just 3 more points. Just 3 more points and you'll be ecstatic when you get it. 100. I have to get 100 or I would be a failure. All these thoughts happen within seconds, and at the end of it, I wouldn't allow myself to accept any score less than 100. It became a vicious cycle of me setting impossible standards for myself, failing to reach it, and then getting stuck in those mistakes. And it's not easy to break out of this cycle. I have people who told me that I could just lower my standards, to just set realistic expectations for myself. But I can't. I can't because lowering my standards would mean that I am admitting that I have failed. It means admitting that somehow I made a mistake and that I couldn't reach the goal that I set. I tried a lot of things. I opened up. I talked to people about what I have been dealing with all my life, and I tried to not be critical of the mistakes I made. I made sure I am aware of the standards that I set for myself, but these things are hard. It's very hard, and these things take time. I know that I still have a long way to go, but I know that I can do it. And if anyone resonates with my speech today, I want you to know that changes are possible. You can overcome this, and most importantly, I want you to know that mistakes are bound to happen. And that is normal. It is okay to make a mistake. It is okay to do something wrong. It doesn't make you a failure. It doesn't make you a disappointment. It doesn't make you anything but a human. Thank you.